Close or not to close? That was the question for schools all across the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas today.
It sounded a little Shakespearean, Darren. Well, we saw a mixed bag of decisions between last Friday's winter weather and today's. Some districts decided to stay open while others stayed closed.
Yeah, 5 News reporter Rachel Williams joining us now from Fayetteville, breaking down the way schools decide to close or stay open. Rachel?
Darren and Alexandra, we saw over dozens of schools closed today in our area. But here at Fayetteville Public Schools, they had a snow day. Up the road in Springdale, class was definitely in session. And both school districts are telling me that they have crews on the road ahead of making the big decision.
Safety is always the first priority. Can we safely transport students, and can staff members get to school and get home safely? And if the answer to either one of those is no, then we probably won't go.
For Fayetteville Public Schools, Tuesday was a snow day. The district says they tried to make those decisions no later than 5:30 a.m.
Because our child nutrition staff, they have to get started on breakfast around 6 a.m. and so that it's ready when the students start arriving 7:15 to 7:30, as well as prep for lunch. Our bus drivers, they're leaving their houses at 5:15, 5:30 in the morning, headed toward the transportation departments to get the bus and get going and get the bus warmed up.
The district also closed on Friday. Both days they will have to make up at the end of the year.
Students have to have 178 days, and so now before we had, for last Friday and for today, the last day of school was going to be the Friday before Memorial Day. And of course now we've added 2 days on, so now the last day of school will be the Wednesday after Memorial Day.
While Fayetteville had a snow day Tuesday, Springdale was open. Both districts tell me many factors go into play when deciding to close.
We work really closely with the Springdale Police Department to determine the safety and the safe passage around our community.
Trent Jones with Springdale Public Schools says the district notified employees, parents, and guardians at 6:30 that class was in session.
Kids need to be in school. Sometimes that's where they eat. That's where they get their food. Sometimes that's the only place they get their food. It's where they get nutritional elements for their mind, their body, their spirit. And so we do our very best to ensure for our families that our schools can be open, create that continuity of operation while balancing priorities of safety.
I asked both Springdale and Fayetteville Public Schools if they were to have delayed starts, and typically this isn't something that they would do because kids would be home alone for a few hours, and of course safety is their top priority. But for now, I'm live in Fayetteville covering news where you live. Rachel Williams, 5 News.